We begin this morning with U.S. President Donald Trump indicating room for discussions with South Korea on tariffs, saying the two sides will work something out even after threatening to raise duties from 15 to 25% over stalled trade commitments. Our Moon Hye-ryeon starts us off.
U.S. President Donald Trump has opened the door to further tariff discussions with South Korea, saying the two sides will work something out even as his administration warns that higher tariffs could return over stalled trade commitments. Speaking to reporters at the White House on Tuesday, Trump said he would seek a solution with Seoul after announcing plans a day earlier to raise tariffs on South Korean goods from 15 to 25%.
So we'll work something out. We'll work something out with South Korea.
The White House says the planned increase is tied to South Korea's failure to fulfill commitments under a bilateral trade deal. A senior official said while Washington lowered tariffs on Korean goods, Seoul has made no progress on its end of the bargain. Under the agreement, Washington reduced both reciprocal and product-specific tariffs, including those on automobiles, in exchange for South Korea's pledge to invest $350 billion in the United States. But U.S. officials pointed delays in passing legislation in Korea's National Assembly needed to support that investment. The dispute centers on a special bill to facilitate U.S.-bound investment introduced last November following a bilateral memorandum of understanding. The U.S. retroactively lowered auto tariffs in December after the bill was submitted, but the legislation has yet to pass. In Seoul, the ruling Democratic Party says the bill will be formally reviewed in February, stressing that the delay reflects standard legislative procedures. Opposition lawmakers argue that national interests are at stake and warn against unilateral action. Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Koo Yoon-chol has urged lawmakers to swiftly process the bill, while acknowledging the government has not received a formal notice from Washington on any tariff timeline. With South Korea's industry minister expected to meet U.S. officials soon, both governments are watching closely to see whether diplomacy or legislation can prevent a renewed trade clash. Moon Hye-ryeon, ArirangNews.